Fantastic. Cool. So what I was saying was, I'm the artistic director of Nouveau Riche. We've been around operating for 3 years now. We're in our third year. And what I was basically saying is how we kind of came about. So I'm the artistic director, I'm a writer, I'm a producer, and I'm an actor. And I also said, oh, if you missed the first part, I said massive shout out to King's Head for the platform. I apologize for being late. It wasn't my fault. I live in a village, and and the connection was ridiculous. But yeah, what I want to talk about today is kind of how we got started, what we do, and so on and so forth. So like I was saying, we started 3 years ago. We um we were really frustrated about a lot of things in the industry, mostly to do with lack of diversity, lack of seeing people that look like us. And we were kind of like, okay, what can we do? We're creatives. We're kind of surplus if we're creators, but we can't create. Do you know what I mean? So if anything, let's just create a platform where we can come together and we can create stuff, we can play with stuff, we can try some stuff out. And if anything comes of it, then we might have a really good show. So that was, yeah, 3 years ago. None of us had any kind of insight into business or into like running a company or anything like that. It was just a case of going, if no one else is going to give us jobs, then we have to be able to do something. So we came together, and the first thing we did is we read a lot of scripts. We read scripts for like about 6 months non-stop. We just read plays. We read plays, we spoke about plays. I wrote some stuff. We had a lot of readings, a lot of read-throughs. And I think in that 6 months, for us, it was mostly about what's our identity? What are the kind of projects that we want to make? Who do we want to be making work with? What do we want to say? What do we want to be using this platform for? So for us, it was a case of going, okay, well, this is what's happening in our community. This is what's happening to black people, to people of color. And let's create work around that. So the first thing that came to us of note was a project where we titled Queens of Sheba, that was about misogyny that was directed towards black women. And I was like, wow, I've never really heard this subject matter before. To me, like, sexism is sexism and racism is racism, but that kind of, you know, that kind of place in the middle where both of them intersect, I was like, I've never heard about that before. And bearing in mind, this is about a year and a half before Me Too, right? So we kind of came together and we workshopped it, and we had no funding. We didn't know anything about getting funding. So we were like, what project can we make that speaks volumes for a budget of about a Tesco meal deal? You know, that is literally all I could offer anyone. So Camden's People's Theatre gave us some space for 10 weeks on a development scheme called Starting Blocks. So we partook in that, and we really played around with the idea. And I think for us, the main focus was, how can we, as performers, how can we create something that really speaks to performers? How can we create something that has the performer in the center of it? So if anyone's ever seen Queens of Sheba, you'll know that there is no set, no lights, no anything. I really wanted to challenge us as performers and push. And also, it was really important about the main focus of this piece being on voices of black women. So I was like, okay, let's not have anything distract that. So that's what we did. We put Queens of Sheba together. We did a scratch at the end of March 2017. And then we were kind of sitting on that idea for a little while, trying to get people involved, interested. I think a lot of people didn't get it. Again, a year before Me Too kind of kicked off. And then in 2018, we approached New Diorama. We said, we've got this idea. They were doing something with Underbelly, which was the Untapped Award. We were like, yo, we're never going to win this, but let's try, man. It would give us some time to like just get our minds together again and start thinking about this project, especially now because Me Too is so prominent. Like, we really need to speak on cool. Yeah, let's give ourselves an opportunity to get to Edinburgh, because again, we had no money and they were offering, I think, £3,000 cash. We had never seen that kind of money before, so we were like, yeah, let's apply for this. So we did. Long story short, we won that, and what it did is not just the money, but it gave us an opportunity to be mentored by a professional company to really understand where our strengths and our weaknesses were, and to propel that. And Edinburgh was incredible, man. That kind of changed the company in a sense, because we had it's the biggest festival in the world. Everybody was watching, and we sold out. And it opened up a lot of conversations where people were not willing to talk to us before. A lot of people that were like, nah, we don't really think this will work. We're going, okay, we want to program this. And as a company, that's when we kind of went, okay, we need to really set up shop now. We really need to start understanding stuff like contracts. We need to understand stuff like funding. When do we need it? When don't we need it? And that was the real beginnings. 2018 was the real beginnings of us going, okay, this was a really cool idea, but now let's set this up as a company. To really protect us and to continue to make work that's important to us. Yep. A little interval. Anyone got any questions? Jordan, thanks for speaking to us on here. I've been interested in your work for a few years. Yeah, bless you, Jordan, man. Yeah, we went back to Edinburgh again the following year with a show called Typical, and that one was about about black men. I really wanted to make a show that had a black man at the center of the piece that could be an everyman character. I'd never seen it before on stage. And I wanted to set up that and then allow people to understand that you can be an everyman character, but the world around you doesn't see you in that way. The world around you sees you as being black, and that is it. So we set up with a character that's in his house, and he can relate to all of us as men, and then he leaves the house, and you see how society looks and treats him differently. And I think going to Edinburgh again was really important as well, just to kind of like signpost to us that we could be a force out there, that we could go back again, we could have a successful show, and we wasn't just a one-hit wonder. It was really important for us as a company to go, no, we want to be out here with everybody else, competing, creating work, and actually being a real solid voice. I'm looking to start a new project with university alumni. I'd like to pay writers, creative, but with a Tesco budget. At the moment, I like to know how to try and bring friends in a professional way. How do you feel about having these relationships with fellow creatives, but not yet a company? Wicked. Yeah, I think for me personally, it was about, it's always about the vision. And understanding that you're probably going to be more passionate about this vision than anybody else ever will. And that's okay. Do you know what I mean? But if I haven't got money, when we started off, I didn't have money to give people. It was a case of really selling it from my perspective and going, look, guys, this is why this project needs to be on now. And this is why I want to collaborate with you. And also being able to almost like a prophet be like, look, trust me. I remember saying to the Queens of Sheba girls, when we first started and we did the scratch, I was like, when this is on, the parts are yours. Do you know what I mean? Like those kind of guarantees there. Like, I'm not just trying to use you for this and that. I want to create with you. That's why I've spoken to you. Can you be able to, do you know what I mean? Try and sell people this vision down the line. And lo and behold, when we did present it as a professional production, I could pay everybody fees. And those were the same people that I started with. Those were the same people that we continued with. So, just getting across to people and letting them know where your heart is. And I think people really respond to that. I think creatives really want to create. Thank you for that question. Yeah, so any more? I'm ready. I'm raring to go. Any more questions? Let's go. And then like I said, we took Typical to Edinburgh. That had Richard Blackwood in it. Did really, really well. Brought it back to London. We sold out in London. And it's, again, everybody's talking about Black lives right now, And I've had so many phone calls about Typical in the last 2 weeks because, again, we were talking about it a year before everybody else kind of went on it. And I think that's the way we kind of want to move in our company. It's not a case of kind of creating work based upon what everyone's talking about now, but almost being ahead of the game in a sense of going, nah, guys, what things are creeping up underneath the surface? What things do we need to address? Not because everyone else is doing it, but because they're affecting people in our community right now. So I think, when people talk about being a voice of the community, yes, I want to talk about the things that are topical, but I also want to talk about the things that are affecting people before they become topical. because we are in the community. We're not going back to the community going, hi guys, like, what do you want to talk about? Like, we are in the community. And I think that's something that's unique to our company. Cool. Thank you, Ryan. That's helpful. You further, that's okay. Yeah, definitely connect with us. We are all about that. Always looking for collaborators. I think one of the benefits of having our own company is being able to go on a Monday morning and be like, guys, who do we want to work with? Do you know what I mean? It's a privilege to be able to go, who do we want to work with? And I think that is a privilege that comes with having your own company, as opposed to before, when I was a freelance actor and going, the most I can do is take what anybody gives me. I don't really have much say on anything else. You know, even last year, it was very powerful because it was the first time that we were able to give commissions. I commissioned myself. You know, I was able to commission myself. And this year, 2020, we've given out 3 commissions this year already. And I can't tell you how much that warms our heart as a company to be able to go, yes, we create work, but we're also investing in creatives also. I've got a question here. For someone just getting into theatre in London, what places and spaces are worth looking at? Cool, man. Okay, so when I started out, a lot of people that were very, very, very good to us and people that are still good to us were Camden's People's Theatre. They helped us a lot in terms of space, in terms of support. New Diorama, you know, they're a company and a theatre that are for companies. So if you are starting up as a company, they're amazing to kind of get that. The resources that they have is unmatched. Do you know what I mean? Like, they are for young companies. So I would say get in touch with David there. He's amazing. Soho have been amazing to us. We did a co-pro with them last year, you know, and it was massive for us as a baby company to be doing a co-production with Soho, you know. But again, like I said earlier on, it was all about going, yo, we're not cash rich, but we've got ideas. Come and invest in the incredible ideas that we have. Battersea Arts, they have like 1 million spaces there. I think when we first spoke to them, they were like, yeah, we've got 85 rooms. I was like, okay, you're my new best friend. Do you know what I mean? We've got an idea. They are likely to have the space and the support. Again, Tyreek's running that now. Incredible guy. I don't want to miss no one out now. You guys put me on the spot. Who's been really good? Omnibus Theatre, again, Marie runs that. Incredible resource, incredible people that run that. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this because I know I'm missing people. Sorry. I can have a question. Can I access the play text for Rhapsody? Doing research on two-handers. We'll love to check it out. Cool. Message us at info@nvrch.co.uk and we'll see what we can do. It's not published yet. So it's not published. That's a play that we're looking to bring out in the next. So Rhapsody is a play that we did 2 years ago at Arcola Theatre. Again, another good theatre to get in touch with. Pleasance, man. That's our associate company. Yeah, they're our brothers. That's another really good people to talk to. We did a play at Arcola called Rhapsody that was based on it was a love story. Again, we were kind of like, we were looking for a love story to do because we felt like we needed to tell a story that had a different type of, you know, feel to it. And we did research and we couldn't find any. We couldn't find any that were British. And we were like, that's mad. So we were in the middle of writing a tweet being like, guys, like, how come there ain't no British love stories that have black people that are from ends? And we were like, nah, man, instead of writing this tweet, let's just make the play. So we made it. It did really well. Sold out at Arcola. And we want to bring it back in the next year or so, publish it, do the whole thing, man. So Boundless, come on, man. We just done a project with Boundless last year. That's another company who supports specifically people that are between 15 to 25 is their main kind of demographic. They're a theatre company for young people. Hopefully that helped, man. But please do, again, get in touch at info@nvrch.co.uk for more information. I think I've got to wrap up in a minute. So please, if you have any more questions, send them through now. And whilst you do that, I will just let you know about where we are as a company now. Oh, there's another one here. That's lovely to hear. I'm a boundless. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where am I now? Yep. So just wanted to kind of say what we're doing now. So we just did 2 shows at the Volt Festival. So we teamed up with Volt, another good partner, and we were able to bring 2 productions to Volt Festival this year from artists of color, which was an incredible initiative. So we just literally wrapped on that. And then right now we're looking at scripts, we're reading stuff, we're kind of taking into account what this new world is going to look like. And we are working on a project called for black boys who have considered suicide when the hue is too heavy, which is going to be another massive show that we are really, really passionate about. Working with some partners. Oh, I was just going to say some names. Not yet. I have to wait for that one. But we're working with some incredible partners on that. And we're really excited to bring that to the world next year. And it's kind of based on, it's inspired by For Colored Girls. You know, I read that when I was a young artist, and I was like, wow, it's so poignant and powerful. How can we create something similar for young black men that can really express what it means to be young and what it means to be black in a way better than anything you can watch on television or see in the media? Do you know what I mean? Like really taking hold of that and going, okay, you know, instead of complaining about stuff, how do we get to shape the world that we live in? You know, wicked, man. Y'all see Ebe here, who directed the Scratch. He just joined. It's a young director who's doing madness out here. Get in touch, get to know. Cool, man. I think if there's no more questions, I think I should wrap that up. I want to say another massive shout out to King's Head for letting me on this platform. Yeah, sorry about the woods and the village and that. Next time. Okay, cool. Yeah, next time we'll go somewhere else. But yeah, massive shout out to King's Head, and just let you know that you can see all this video and all the other ones that have been done before on their YouTube and on their blog space. And bless you guys, man. Let's do this again soon. Thank you.